right, folks, what's going on, everyone? Hello, Adobe Live. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be jumping into some pretty cool stuff today. I want to do a big shout out to Kyle T. Webster, who was just on with that excellent draw along stream. I always love your streams, sir. I'm sure you folks enjoyed it.
It was really cute, yeah.
It was adorable. We were like gushing over it before we started.
Man. I wish I could sketch that fast.
Oh yeah, he's a master. But everybody knows he's a master. He's awesome. But yeah, so welcome back, everybody. We're gonna be doing a design off segment. My name is VooDoo Val, and some of you folks may know me from being a moderator in the chat, or teaching the DCC for Photoshop, or being a host and guest sometime. And I am actually joined by one of my good friends, Miss Panda, who is going to introduce herself. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you, Panda?
Hi, I'm Panda. I'm also known as Pandasaurus, Panda Face Pants, Panda Rex. I'm an illustration artist. I usually like to draw. I usually like to do character designs, kind of cutesy things. I'm not really good at monster stuff, even though I'm trying to tap into it. But I love anime, a bunch of nerdy stuff.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's me.
Woohoo! All right, so we're gonna. Gavin says, or not Gavin. Malik says, "My name is Donut Lover." I've been using pictures of donuts as our like promos for these streams, so everybody has been like asking me about the donuts.
So many donuts.
Yes, yeah, so many donuts.
So many donuts.
But yeah, so real quick before I dive into what we're actually going to work on today, I would first like to show off the schedule. So earlier today, we kind of start off the day with Howard Pinsky doing the getting started in Adobe XD. Kathleen Martin took over and did the Photoshop DCC. Oh yeah, we got our little pointers going on. Oh yeah. At 9 o'clock, we did a Photoshop compositing segment with Lisa Carney and Jesus Ramirez, followed by the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge with Julia Masalska. Nick Chafe was up with graphic design, and Jesse Showalter did the XD Daily Creative Challenge. We just had Kyle T. Webster for the draw along, and now me and Panda are finishing off the day with the design off challenge. This is going to be the same schedule that we have for tomorrow, so just want to give you folks a look of what we kind of have put together for the rest of the week. And now, without further ado, we're going to kind of talk about what we're doing today. So, so you folks have probably seen a few of these episodes. Essentially, we have like a challenge or like a competition, art-related thing going on here. But today we're doing something slightly different. We're doing like an art challenge prompt, and I would love for you folks to draw with us. We are doing the dessert challenge, and I'm gonna flip over here to my screen so I can show you folks my little hashtag thing we got going on here. Please show us your work. Please do this challenge with us and share it on social media using the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off. And basically what we're gonna do is Panda and I have chosen some images of super cool desserts and things that we thought were beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to take images of desserts and we're going to transform them into something else. So Panda and I are illustrators, so we're going to be illustrating characters based off of desserts. But I encourage you, if you're a UI UX designer, make an app prototype or an app concept based on like a color palette from a picture of dessert. If you're a hand letterer or you like to make fonts, make a font based on an image of a dessert. It really doesn't matter, I don't think, like what kind of art discipline you work in. I think everyone can participate in this challenge, and I hope that you will. It's gonna be super cool, but yes, please join us. So then maybe at the end of stream or at the beginning of stream tomorrow, I can pull up the hashtag and show off your awesome work as well as mine and Panda's. So I'm gonna actually turn on Panda's screen real quick, and maybe Panda, you can talk about what you have planned for your illustration today.
Oh, okay. So Val and I were talking, and she said, "Let's do the dessert character design thing." And I was like, yes, let's do it. And I was immediately inspired to take, like a year ago, Val and I did something like this, just on our own time. And I created like this slime monster girl. And I decided to maybe play along with her. And here on my screen, you can see these photos of like, it's called a raindrop cake, this clear little jello thing. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting to do something with her like that, either her hair, her body. There's this dragon fruit jello here. I was thinking maybe that'd be cute for like the rouge on the cheeks, and kind of just color palette inspirations. I love this tiny little cube with the raindrops in there. Val was laughing at me. I was losing my mind over it.
Oh, it's so cool though, because the desserts are so intricate and adorable.
Yeah. Like, look at
oh
that
yeah,
cuteness.
zoom in on it. That's adorable.
Look at that cuteness. Just like,
and the
like,
fact that you can eat that. Yeah, the fact that it's edible is insane.
Yeah, and then there's this pumpkin pie. This is a clear pumpkin pie.
That's insane to me.
It's amazing. But
it's like a gelatin pie.
Yeah, I like how the light plays with it. So I'm going to see if I can do something with it.
Yeah, sounds great. And then I'm going to pan over to mine real quick, and I'm going to show you folks what I got planned for mine. So I've got like this little girl sketched out, and I can actually grab my Pinterest board. We've been curating a Pinterest board together. And oops, I'm covering you with my screen. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry. So I have this Pinterest board that Panda and I have been curating with like inspiration. And I found this cute little image here of, I think this is like a mochi or something, and it's like a piece of mochi that's like wrapped in a mochi leaf, and I thought that was so cute because it looked like a little hairdo. So I'm gonna be kind of making a little character that has like a leaf hair and kind of is like situated in like a swoop, kind of like that. So we have our little sketches and stuff prepared. And yeah, I hope that you folks will join us today in illustrating. You guys can choose whatever dessert image you want, and then tweet it to us or post it on Instagram using the hashtag so that we can see what you create along with us. So I'm gonna actually come over here to our little dual stream thing so everyone can see what's going on, and we can just kind of jump into it. I'm gonna turn the opacity down on my sketch here, and I'm gonna start like kind of finalizing some line art, making it a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Let's
got
see.
Some of my line art down just to get the little bubbles in. People are saying my volume is down a little bit.
Oh, is Panda a little quiet? Let me bump Panda's
open something very quickly.
Panda's stuff up. How's that? You want to go ahead and talk more?
Hello. Okay. I'm not annoying.
I can also...
Hello. I want to look at this.
Let's see. I can turn some other things down as well.
How's the volume now, guys? Is it all good?
Yeah, what do you guys think about it now?
Here we go. Scooch that over here.
We have to make our own desserts now. Scrambling to the stores. Where's my chocolate?
Oh, man.
All right, yeah, let us know, folks, if the volume is good there.
My Adobe's doing that weird thing again. All right.
Oh, you may have to, do you want to, oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like it's behaving itself now.
Okay.
I'm trying to work with it.
All right, yeah, let me know if sometimes a restart is necessary, so don't you worry if you need to do that. I can pan over to my little swoopy girl for a minute.
Yes.
Hello, Flynn, Tracy. Welcome in. It's good to see you.
Hello.
Still a bit quiet. Let me see if I can bump this. How about that? Go ahead and talk,
You guys hear me all right now? Is that too loud? Is that good? Ooh. Oh my gosh. 10 sensitivity things with Photoshop here. Okay,
Trong says you are not annoying.
Yay! Good.
Yeah, hopefully, you know what? I think I had my desktop sound turned pretty low in my OBS. Sounds good?
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
All right.
That'll do it.
Let's see. Hopefully that works. And you guys let us know.
Yes.
Oh, the trials of social distance streaming.
Oh man. Shenaniganry behind it, but
right.
Safety first.
Everyone says we've nailed it.
Yay, good.
Perfect.
Good.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. And to think, I was even thinking, like, when we went live, I was like, man, I certainly hope I don't have that sound issue again. I really should have jinxed myself. I really should not have jinxed myself.
Oh, man. You never know nowadays. It's Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it's called. Murphy's Law.
Never know, folks. Awesome. Yeah, everybody says it's great.
Yes.
So I'd like to hear from chat, actually. What are you folks thinking about doing for this challenge? Because, like we said, we want you to draw with us. We want you to design something. Oops.
A little too dark.
We want you folks to create a little bit of stuff along with us, hopefully.
Yes, do so. We would love to see what you come up with.
Alright. Just making sure I got all of our audio stuff in order. Boom, boom. Okay. And I'm gonna mute my Slack stuff so you guys don't know when I'm getting top secret messages.
Oh, top secret messages?
Yeah.
It's only for Val's knowledge. The rest of us must remain in confusion and curiosity.
Is it okay joining with a photo manipulation work? Yeah, please. Please, please.
There honestly, is no limit in what creativity can tell you to do.
Yes. This is like, honestly too, you don't necessarily have to interpret the challenge exactly as we are either. If you folks decide that, you know, you've started something based on this challenge and it leads you to doing like a totally different project, share that with us. We just want to see like what you're creating along these lines with us while we're working on things. So please do. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the beauty of being a creative individual is you get to, like, two people can look at the same image and get inspiration in completely different ways.
Exactly.
You know, and either they can feed off of each other and be like, oh, well, I see this, I see that. Oh my gosh, you're totally right. Or, you know, I'm gonna stick to my thing. You're just wrong.
and that's the beauty of like Adobe Live and stuff too, is that it's such a friendly creative space that everybody who wants to kind of participate can come in and even just like make a friend, get a little bit of inspiration, and this is a pretty safe space to share creative work if you're even if you're not sure if you like it or not. And these challenges are kind of meant for all of us to like really just kind of come together and have a good time and get comfortable. Maybe, you know, just giving an art prompt to get us out of our comfort zone, or just to help us, you know, find the motivation, or give us an assignment to sit down and just create for a little bit today, you know?
That's true, yeah. Especially in these times, it's important to remain creative.
Val means her CIA Slack. That's exactly.
Yes, that's
exactly what I'm talking about.
I love Panda's hairstyle. Oh, thank you.
Panda is
thank you very much.
The pink goddess.
I cut it myself, actually.
It's adorable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I actually trimmed it a little bit this morning. I was like, my hair feels a tiny bit dead. I'm just gonna snip.
Did you hear that, guys? She got all glammed up for us today.
Yes, I did. Well, I've needed to do it for a while, so I was like, I should do this. Okay.
All right. I'm kind of like getting like the basic like idea here for like her body down, like kind of solidifying everything.
Anytime I imagine my slime girl, I always think of Morph from
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet, yes. How his body is kind of like stretching and it always has like little floaties around him.
Oh yeah, that was like one of my favorite characters growing up as a kid. That whole movie is vastly underrated.
It is like Disney.
Yeah, like, if you guys have not seen Treasure Planet, definitely check it out. It is such a cool film. It's
that like one came out on my birthday.
It's one of those animated films that kind of like before the era of like Pixar, you know, like
3D, when before 3D animation really kicked into high gear.
Yes, exactly. Malik says glam panda. Oh yes.
Oh, you. I had to look sharp, well put together. Because in reality, I'm just a weird pink gremlin who lives in my cave.
You know what? Same's true for me, except I'm usually purple. Yeah. Purple and pink gremlins all dolled up for you today. Except I kind of slicked my hair back. I was like, am I gonna do? Probably not. Probably not.
Your crazy glittery hair. Available on Disney Plus now. Yes, it is on Disney Plus.
Yes, yes.
I've been watching so many things on Disney Plus.
I've been watching a lot of the documentaries on Disney Plus. I found that I really like to like have documentaries on in the background while I'm working. And I'd like to hear, chat, what kind of stuff do you guys listen to while you are creating? Like while you're designing?
I have a theory about that because I can listen to documentaries, I can listen to people like Let's Plays, things like that. And I think it's because for a lot of us creatives, you know, back in high school, we had to sit for hours on end in like science class or math class or a class that we just absolutely hated. And instead what we did is we drew.
That's
and
so true.
Because we did that for so many years, like we're kind of just accustomed to, you know, drawing when people are talking.
That's so true. Because I've actually saved pieces of art and stuff that I made in school over the years that I just like old homework that I had doodled over. And stuff. Yeah, that's so true.
It's the whole talking thing. I don't know why like the epiphany came to me one day. I was like, man, I miss when I'd be in class because that's when I was creative.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's because I was ignoring teachers.
I've also heard a lot of people say that they work better at home when they are working with like ambient coffee shop sounds on.
Yes.
Because they want to be at the coffee shop, you know, where they feel very inspired, and having that ambient noise kind of puts them back into the groove of working.
It's that focus mojo.
Nice. So has anybody found their images for the challenge yet? Also, if you guys don't have to only post finished work to the hashtag. You guys can feel free totally to post even just your ideas, like the images that you're going to be using and referencing to the hashtag, so I can peek at them throughout the stream. And then maybe we can all take a look at them. I can pull them over and we can look. And then we can also, maybe if some of you have like sketches that you've finished, by the end of the stream, we can look at your sketches.
Yeah. Val told me that we were going to be doing the dessert character design challenge, and I immediately sat down and made a Pinterest board.
Yeah.
Of like inspiring things.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I told her about this like an hour ago, and I already have an invite to a Pinterest board. What's going on? What's
pretty
happening?
Immediate.
She was very excited about this.
Oh man.
All
I just like it. Just doing fun things.
I got her in here. She's got her little curly hair and her little leaves. So I'm gonna show my my little reference image. In fact, I think I'm actually going to save the reference image so I can just like hide it and unhide it in my Photoshop.
There you go.
Let me grab
this. Merge that down. And yes, I know I work with a lot of layers. It's probably driving so many people crazy. I'm sorry, but
you know what?
This is my system.
I do it too, though, and I do it. And I kind of told people earlier this week when I was working with Paul, I said people ask me all the time, like, when should I use layers? When are layers necessary? And I said I make a layer every time I'm worried about ruining something. If I make a particular stroke, or I do part of a drawing and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is great, I don't want to wreck this, then I will make a new layer and work above it so that I don't I don't mess it up. Also, I'm going to type the hashtag into chat. It's hashtag Adobe Live Design Off. Yes. Oh, Sam's got it. Sam's, you're a legend. Yeah, Adobe Live Design Off. Let us see the images that you chose for your challenge. Also, I want to reiterate and make it very clear that, you know, we're illustrating and stuff, but if you're not an illustrator, you don't have to do illustration for this challenge. You can totally do whatever kind of stuff you want to do. If you're a hand letterer, do some hand lettering. If you're a photo compositor, you could composite desserts together and invent a dessert.
Yes.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
If you are a UI UX designer, you could use an image of dessert as like a color palette for a landing page concept. Whatever you guys want to do, please feel free to join.
Yes. Let your creative flow
Yes.
just take you away.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna flip this horizontal like that. Boom. Alright. I am going to color her in, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
You're so fast.
You know what? I've been hearing that a lot lately. And I haven't, like... I think I'm fast by accident, to be perfectly honest. Because I've done, like, so many of these Adobe streams. And, like the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges specifically. I only have 30 minutes. Well, not even 30 minutes to do, like, for the broadcast. And the broadcast only because of, like, housekeeping things that I... need to do during the stream, like show off the schedule and show people how to upload to Behance and show off the landing page. I really only have like maybe 15 minutes to work on it. So I've kind of like accidentally, I think, become like super speedy at
well, you've learned together. you've like kind of learned how to work with the time that you're given.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like,
that's
what
really
can I
what
fit?
it is.
It's also given me, like, just like how people have, like, excellent depth perception. I can, like, look at how much time I have, and I have, like, a pretty good idea of, like, what I can get done in that amount of time.
Yes.
So sometimes I don't think it's that I'm super fast. I think sometimes it's just that I planned exactly enough content for the stream. Because I'm used to doing that.
That's very true.
Speed ninja. You too can be a speed ninja. If you hang out with us
Training in
the
Force.
Yes, exactly. That too.
Young Padawans.
Mm-hmm. Young speed ninja Padawans.
Younglings.
Ashi, welcome in.
Hello.
And Jared Short, is this for Twitter? Yeah, I focused on Twitter, but if you use Instagram predominantly, we both also have an Instagram.
Yes.
So that works. But it is much easier for me. Well, no, maybe it's just as easy to pull up the hashtag on Twitter or on Instagram. I guess just use what you're comfortable with. Because I will glance at it, and if you do post something while we are broadcasting today, please let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Also, Panda, I have to say, like, the whole concept that you have going here, where, like, because she's made out of jelly. Yeah.
She is, yeah. She's kind of morphing around and wriggling around a little bit.
Yeah, and so you've got, like, this awesome concept where, like, her fingers kind of, like, break apart and her arms and stuff. That's so cool.
Well, because if you think, like, Jell-O and things like that, Jell-O breaks apart a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it melts sometimes, or, you know.
I also think of, lava lamps.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, lava lamps, and I just like, I can picture in my head just her body kind of, like, disconnecting, like,
being
her
amorphous.
neck isn't always connected to her body, so her head can kind of wiggle around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I like it. It's good stuff.
There we go. I need to stick to one pen size. I keep making my pen size too different. There we go.
Same here, Val. Usually have 2 layers. My painting, then the new changes in case I mess up. Yeah, totally, Sam.
Yeah. And for me, I have a lot of layers now because I have, like, the parts of her that are behind other body parts, and I want to make sure that I can capture that and then go in and change the opacity of the layer because I love coloring my line art.
Yeah, like, I love that you're, like, making parts of the jelly, like, faintly disappear behind. Yeah. That's so cool. Sukosma Art is here. Welcome in, Sukosma. It's good to see you.
Hello.
Also, welcome in, Jose Alvarez. Yeah, how quick the commission turnaround would be. You know what? I actually took a break from doing commissions really recently because I got so busy. But yeah, that's definitely it's definitely given me a lot of practice in kind of like finishing things as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah. I'm a little hermit. I take forever to do many things.
Yeah, sometimes.
But my spirit animal is a hobbit, and I will always be one until the day I die.
You know what? That's totally relevant. Because my spirit animal. I don't know. I guess like my spirit character, because like a hobbit. I guess technically a hobbit's an animal, but like if I had to pick a spirit character from the Lord of the Rings. I feel like I would pick an elf, but like not a highborn pretty elf, like an unruly.
You'd probably be like
elf.
Elrond.
Yes.
I could see you being like Elrond, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because Elrond, he's he's half human, I think.
Is he really?
Yeah. That's why Arwen in the movie, spoilers, can choose whether or not to remain immortal or give up her immortality to be with Aragorn.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you're Jose on Twitch. Awesome. I was wondering, Jose. Wonderful. And then I know Sukosma.
I think Twitch. I know that name.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, is anybody else in chat a Lord of the Rings fan? And if so, what kind of Lord of the Rings character would you be?
Has anyone been binge watching The Hobbit as much as I have? Because if so, we have a problem.
I need to give it another run through. Actually, I'm gonna brighten this green that I used because I'm about to put shadows in here.
Ooh, okay.
And I want it to be slightly. There we go.
Just for time's sake, I might actually make it a little bigger so you don't see a lot of her torso. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh wait, I don't want to deal with my circle. Val had to teach me how to do this little eclipse here.
Oh
with
yeah.
The circle yesterday.
I could actually demo that real quick, just in case anybody else wants to know. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. Because I was like, I know how to do a circle. How do I make a hollow circle? And she was like, well, my friend, let me show you magic. And I was like,
Adobe magic. All right, yeah, so if you guys want to do a circle, because you folks have seen me use the shape tool before, but I don't know if you guys knew that you could actually make a dotted line or a dashed line. So if you go to your ellipse tool and you pull it out, like so, and you hold shift to make like a perfect circle, you can come in and make sure that you set the fill to the white box with the red slash through it, so there's no fill, and then set the stroke to whatever color you want, like so. And then you can also come over here next to so there's like a fill, stroke, the pixel weight of the stroke, and then you can click here and there's different kinds of things that you can choose from. So you can do a dotted line, you can do a dashed line, you can do a regular line. I'm sure you could probably find other stroke options to import as well, and it's actually pretty nifty. It's pretty fun.
Oh man, it was such a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I was like,
I spent a lot of time like doing it by hand, and then I found that and I was like, no way. What?
Is it really this easy?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost insulting when you find out. You're like, well, I
appreciate you, Photoshop. You are so all-powerful. But I wish I knew this a long time ago.
You are a worthy tool. I am the fool who doesn't know how to use you properly yet.
Balrog is the king of Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
Oh, Balrog fan. That's awesome. Those guys are spoopy.
I love them, actually.
Binge. I don't know how one binge watches all of Supernatural. That's like a lifetime endeavor, right there.
I think I've honestly only ever seen maybe 3 episodes, but I've seen almost all of the oh my gosh, what are they? The goofs when they mess up.
Oh yeah, the bloopers.
Oh my gosh.
Same.
My favorite stuff ever.
Yes. And speaking of that, like, because, I mean, you and I typically do, like, a lot of, like, fantasy art kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, liking Lord of the Rings and things of that sort makes a lot of sense for us.
Yes.
I'd love to know, like, what your favorite things are that kind of inspire your art the most.
Me?
Yeah.
Too many things. I love, oh, man. You're getting my brain going. Alphonse Mucha. I love.
I don't know who that is. I mean, I've heard that name before.
He does the Art Nouveau.
Oh yeah.
Nouveau. I always say
Art
it wrong.
Nouveau, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's how you say it.
I have been in love with that stuff since I was a little kid.
I'm really awful at names too, so a lot of times I actually know what people are talking about, but I don't know the name.
I love his art. Just like looking at all the tiny details is just so. It gets my brain going, and I'm like, oh, can I find all the hidden little details?
Mm-hmm.
I love. the 90s Sailor Moon anime, like all those soft pastels and the
Oh yeah.
bokeh, bokeh,
Bokeh,
like
yeah.
little, yeah, I love that. I also love really simplistic stuff. I love, oh gosh, there's too many things to love. Like anything can really get me going, you know. I'm gonna give her whipped cream hair.
Yes, please do.
Oh, like she
That's
just got out of the shower or something.
Yeah,
so she can have like a sugar candy kind of towel. Is that okay? Is that appropriate?
Yeah, yes, that's totally fine.
Okay.
That's totally fine. No, that's a perfect idea because a little like swirl of whipped cream looks exactly like a little towel.
Because I'm looking at the clear pumpkin pie and I'm like, that kind of looks like where girls put their hair in the towel.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I used to do that all the time when I was little because my hair used to be so dang long, and now it's like, what hair?
Same. Also, that's kind of how we're doing this, folks. Is like really trying to just come up with as many ideas for how to interpret dessert as other things. For those of you who might be new in the chat right now and don't know what's going on, we're doing a dessert challenge. So essentially, we have chosen images of desserts and we are drawing, like, kind of using those images as reference and drawing a lot of inspiration from those to create other things. So we're illustrators, so we're illustrating characters based on desserts. But if you are a hand letterer, you can do like some hand lettering. Featuring dessert.
Oh, like calligraphy?
Yes, totally.
Ooh,
all kinds of stuff. You could design a font. You could use an image of a dessert as a color palette for a UI UX design concept. You could do all kinds of stuff. I believe we had someone ask if photo compositing was welcome. Totally, 100%. But we hope that you folks will join us. And I have a little hashtag here. Please show us your work. If you guys use the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off and tweet to us on Twitter or post to us on Instagram, we would absolutely love to see what you folks are creating.
Show us your creativity.
Yes, please
we want to see.
We want to know all about what you folks are creating.
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, I'm actually really in love with this.
I would love to see that hairstyle on Val. You know, I actually used to have hair like down to my knees. My hair was that long.
Your hair, like... I've seen your photos, and when you had dreads, like, oh my gosh. I just remember you showing me, and I was like,
I don't think anybody on Adobe knew that. Yeah, I used to have dreadlocks too, like down my back. That was a fun deal.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. All right, I got like the base color and I got like the shadows put in for her, and now I'm going to add some highlights. And I'm using clipping masks for this too, so that she can like I basically did one like solid kind of color underneath.
Like that, there.
And then I set all the layers above it to clipping masks so that I can paint her in, and none of that paint will ever go outside the lines of the character. Which is like super cool.
Oh, what kind of brush would be good to do a towel?
Maybe like a charcoaly kind of brush. You can look at some of Kyle's brushes, or some of the, I don't know how to say her name, like Leosh.
Yeah, I have some of her brushes too.
Yeah.
So many brushes. I'm such a heathen. I only use like 3 brushes, and I'm like,
you know, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's really all.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. There we are.
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind of like... There we are.
So cute. Yeah, that's a great towel brush. Great towel brush.
There we go. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a towel. And there can be like, I was just on YouTube like the other day, just listening to stuff, drawing, doing whatever I do. And I saw this thing of like this... like mukbang where people eat food.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there was this person who had made like a candy towel.
What?
And it's like something to do with a marshmallow or something like that. I don't exactly know, but it looks like a towel, like a little rolled up hand towel, and she bites into it, and it was like a marshmallow, and I'm kind of sitting there just like,
That's so funny, because you're like, what exactly is going on here?
I am confusion. How this happen? You know?
I love the mukbang videos where they eat mochi that looks like other items. Like I saw one where the mochi looked like a mini fried chicken. Like a rotisserie chicken. I was like, what's happening?
There's some of them out there that are just really wiggy, and my brain is like, I don't know if I can handle this.
Some of them are a little odd, but I'm like addicted to like looking at those videos now. It's kind of weird, but
I always crack up at the people who try to eat like the super spicy food, and they take like 3 bites and they start dying.
Steve Festus Casaboom. That's a great name. It's like one of my favorite names ever. Did you hear what his name is? Steve,
what is it? What?
Steve Festus Casaboom.
Oh my gosh.
That's like a royal title.
It kind of is.
Lord Steve Festus Casaboom of the Seventh
Isles.
Was it?
And I've been trying. I don't know if anyone here watches Critical Role. Is it okay if I talk about this stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a character in the first season. His entire name was Percival Frederickstein von Musel Kowalski de Rollo III.
Too much.
I know.
Too much. I'm glad Steve just has the 3. That's like a good happy medium. That's enough for me to remember and also pronounce.
Alright.
But he says he wants more cool backstories. I love hearing about Claudia being a rebel tagger out in the wild before she became an Adobe presenter. Before I became an artist, I was studying forensic anthropology.
Ooh, yeah.
If you guys have ever seen that TV show Bones, that's what I was going to school for. And I decided I really wanted to be an artist.
Those are the colors I wanted.
For a living. But I was going to a community college in my area, and they did not offer the art classes that I really wanted to take, like for like concept art or anything like that. They just had like fine art classes, which is fine, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So I got a job and I left school and I got on YouTube and started watching tutorials for like how to paint and stuff. And my parents told me that they would support
follow
me.
Your dreams.
Yeah, they were pretty cool with it, but they did give me a time limit. They basically said like you have 2 or 3 years, and if you can make the dream happen in that much time, like teach yourself how to paint and get a job in that amount of time, then that's fine. But if you after 3 years, if you don't have a job, then you have to go, or you don't have like an art job, then you have to either get a regular job or you have to go back to school. But luckily I made it happen in that amount of time. So I got to do it.
You are like a hard worker. Once you get something in your mind, you're like, it's mine. You know.
Well, thank you.
There is very little hesitation in you.
Thank you.
It's extremely inspiring.
Well, I feel like maybe that's what I put on, because I promise you there's like much hesitation up here. In fact, most of the time my day-to-day makes me feel like that meme of that girl that's looking around confused and there's math swirling around her head and she's like, what do? That's basically me. Bernadette says, great show. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream.
Yes.
Also, please get involved with us if you folks would like to join. All you have to do is choose an image of an interesting dessert. It could be like traditional Japanese desserts, or it could be like fun American desserts, or it could be honestly, we have a lot of really awesome...
There's a person who makes like Russian cookies.
Yes.
And they do like that kind of embroidery. Oh my gosh, that's like...
We've got so many people who are super international in chat as well, so it would also be cool if you guys chose some desserts that are very popular in your countries. We would be able to learn about some of the desserts that are popular in other places.
Yes.
But yeah, choose an image of a dessert, and then design something based on that image. It can be a character, it can be a font, it can be a poster, it can be an app, landing page concept, it can be anything. And you can interpret it however you want. Like, you don't, I'm kind of making my girl, like, this is my little leaf mochi that I chose, and I'm kind of making my girl's head look like that. But if you don't want to be that specific and obvious with it, you could just take a color palette You could just take like a few small things that are in the image, or just whatever, you know, whatever inspires you about the image, and use that as inspiration for your piece. It's up to you.
That's true.
I hope you guys can't hear my dog singing the song of their people in the background.
I can't hear him, so...
Okay, alright.
At least not yet. I heard my dogs barking a little bit ago. I was like, pretend that you hear nothing.
Yeah.
Like the penguins. Like the penguins from Madagascar.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything.
I did the dance for you, by the way. just to add to that. So I hope you're pleased with me.
I am pleased, yes.
I wouldn't have done that dance for anybody else, Panda.
Oh, I'm special.
Self-motivated. Yeah, you know what? I try to be. I think it's really important to try and be self-motivated, especially if you're going into the freelance design field. However,
absolutely.
I think it's really important though to say that
you still need to have a good like backup. Well, not a backup, but like a supportive environment around you.
Yeah, and if you don't feel 100% motivated constantly, that's fine. I think that some people make the mistake of thinking like, oh, well, if this person is a successful freelance illustrator, then they must be like constantly motivated all the time, and they're doing stuff and they can just pull art out of the hat and do whatever. That's really not true. We're all human.
Lies, my friend.
Yeah, we're all human, and I think like a common misconception about like being a freelance artist is that you know, you go from point A to point B every time you sit down to draw, and everything is so like perfect and epic because it's such a fun job that it feels like you're playing games, you know, at work all the time.
Like you don't work like you don't work a day in your life, but it absolutely is. Yeah,
you do. With any job, no matter how fun it is, there always comes a day where it feels like a job. And I think that people should be easier on themselves when it comes to like, if you're not feeling motivated, that's fine, but that's you know why we do stuff like this, you know, stuff like this challenge where it's like we would love for you folks to join us. We kind of give you like a little mini assignment to kind of work on along with us, to have some fun. So maybe if you are in kind of an art funk, you have a little nudge, a little something to do, to like as a hangout with friends, to kind of get those creative juices flowing. Also, I do want to point out we have like maybe 10 minutes left. I can't believe where the time went. Yours is looking so good though.
I told you I would take forever.
No, it's looking amazing.
I'll just leave the line art black for now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if like the whole idea of like making her hair like wrapped in like the whipped cream is
a little towel.
So great.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good.
There it is.
All right, I'm gonna make another clipping.
And that's the thing too, is that like artists work at different paces, so.
Oh yeah.
You know, you can't bust anyone for being a little bit slower or what have you.
No, that's honestly, everybody's got their own process and stuff. And I don't think it's shameful to take longer sometimes. I think that if your goal is to like move faster, this is for folks in chat. If your goal is to move a little bit faster with your work, all you gotta do is just put in a little bit of practice. You know.
Yeah, that's truly what it is. And even then, like, you know, there's some days where you are going to be able to work very fast, and you're gonna be able to find that space and be like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing I want to do. And then the next day there's nothing. Yeah. You know,
sometimes that's just how it happens.
It's always a hit and miss, and you just got to roll with what you've got for today.
I think that one of the main things that's great to keep in mind, especially if you're wanting to kind of freelance for your job, is kind of knowing yourself and understanding what can put you into a creative space, and then kind of doing, I guess it's kind of like emotional exercise, is like kind of understanding like, okay, I definitely feel better and more I'm liable to create more for longer and on a more regular basis if I eat healthy, you know.
Yes.
If I exercise regularly, you know, like those things make me feel better personally. And so if I do those things, then I know it helps me stay on track. I know that I also don't create very well if my workspace is not very cleanly. So,
Yes.
you know, if I'm having trouble with my creativity or staying focused on something, sometimes I set a timer for 10 minutes and I get up and I tidy up my space.
Yeah.
You know,
because that's important too. Is this is your environment. You know, and some people can function in chaos, and all power to them, because I cannot. I become a sad little missy, and my room is a disaster.
Yeah, me too.
But it's tough at the same time when you're used to having that environment around you to just suddenly change, and it's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, and it just takes time to adjust. And you know, I always say life is like Thanksgiving dinner. There's a whole bunch of food and it's delicious and it's amazing. You want to eat all of it, but don't kill yourself.
Yeah, don't get a stomach ache. Don't overindulge.
Never overindulge.
Yeah.
Just life is like Thanksgiving dinner. Take your time.
Take your time. Yes.
Take your time. Enjoy dinner while you got it.
And really enjoy the journey of like just getting better at art and stuff. I was saying, I actually said this is something I said at Canceled Con, is that I think people get really frustrated when they can't sit down and create, or when they're not making art as good as what they want to be making.
Yeah.
And they tend to get frustrated and just kind of wish and hope and pray, like, oh man, I wish I could just like sit down and make the thing I want to make whenever I want to make it, and with no problems, like it'll go off without a hitch. But I think that if we all did that, we would kind of lose the joy and kind of incredible path of like trying all the art things and doing all the art things, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta relax and just enjoy the process and enjoy the act of creating art.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. And honestly too, like I had a thought and then my brain died
and
on
then
it.
And then it just left the building.
RGB2 shut down.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be that way.
And like it just depends on what chapter you are in your artistic career and your growth, you know, because who you were 5-6 years ago, whoever, maybe wish for the same thing. When I get to that point, I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm never gonna get there. Blah blah blah. My mom started doing this thing with me a couple years ago when I lived with her. Is she would make me, and I hated it, but she'd make me pull out my old art, sit down and look at it, and then look at my new art. And honestly, that is one way to just kind of get yourself to really see that you have come a long way. You have grown, and don't feel ashamed or whatever. It's not a race.
Yeah,
y'all.
And don't sell yourself short.
Race.
I think that every little bit of change and every little bit of accomplishment, no matter how small, is really important. Sam Peterson says, for sure, I always think of enough sleep, eating decently, and exercise being a huge effect on my productivity. Yeah, because sometimes I just feel really sluggish, and I'm just like, oh, this is not working.
Yeah, and you just need to take a little walk to the store, go get, you know, the soda pop, or just kind of go fart around with your dog in the yard. That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Or I find my cat and I squish her because I love her. You know.
She loves you too. She's so precious.
Oh, my baby. She's actually asleep behind my monitor right here.
Oh, is she?
And I heard her snoring a little bit. So if anyone heard this weird little like helium sound, that's her. I'm sorry, but it's too cute. I can't kick her out.
All right, we have about 5 minutes left to work, and then we're gonna start saying our goodbyes.
Oh, Lord.
Or, yeah, well, maybe more like 4 minutes. I think that you've done a really good job, and I'm definitely on mine. I'm definitely going to
I'm gonna finish this even after the stream.
Oh yeah, same.
Because I'm really proud of this. This is really cute, and I'll fight you.
I think you should be proud of it. I think it's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, I think I am gonna. I've noticed that me working on Photoshop, if I have my screen really white, like the background white, I feel like I'm being blinded. you know?
Yeah.
I always make
change
it like a dark gray.
I always make it like black or dark gray, definitely.
Yeah. But I think what I'm gonna do is, because one thing I was really inspired by too, I'm gonna bring my inspiration board back over here, was this little wagashi treat. I probably said it absolutely wrong, but it's this little guy right here.
Cute.
That's the candy that your little girl was made out of.
Oh, gotcha.
Wagashi. Yeah, you look up the wagashi art on YouTube. There's so many beautiful videos and like going to restaurants and seeing them make it. But I really like how there's the little flowers, like the sugar flowers. I think it's sugar.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of like kind of putting like maybe little soap flowers over her, you know? And then just kind of playing with the color palette.
I thought for a second we got somebody that tweeted to us, but it looks like they removed it really quick. I saw it pop up. You're not hiding from me. But yeah, now would be the time. If you guys
can't hide.
If you guys did a sketch, if you guys want to tweet it out with hashtag Adobe Live Design Off, definitely tweet it to us or post it on Instagram. However, I was sort of expecting that we may not have any today and we may just see them tomorrow afternoon. Because I understand completely that we did kind of just spring a challenge on you. So if you
very out of the blue.
yes, if you started working with us today and started doing some cool things, we definitely want to see what you have done. But we'll take a look at it tomorrow on stream. I'm gonna review the hashtags. And if anybody has posted anything, we are definitely going to check out what you folks shared with us.
We want to see all the things.
Yes, all the stuff.
Because there's so many different ways to be creative.
So we have got just a handful of minutes here. Oh my gosh, you just added all of the blush and everything to her, and the cream, and it's so cute.
From the dragon fruit, and then I want to take like that color. Don't tell me about the layer things.
She knows.
Photoshop, I will fight you. And I kind of want to do some like freckles or something.
Yeah, I think it would be super cool to like add freckles, just like the dragon fruit seeds. That would be adorable.
Yeah, just very small. I'm gonna use that Procreate brush that I'm obsessed with.
You know what? Oh yeah, the one I sent you.
Yes.
I like never ever use Procreate anymore because like we have Adobe Fresco and we have so many cool things, but I actually made myself like a pack of brushes to like mimic brushes because it's my favorite thing.
You were telling me about Fresco the other day and I was like, I'm gonna play with it. And I was kind of farting around with it on my iPad. I was like, ooh.
You should. It's awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna full screen Panda's work so you guys can get a closer look at it before we take off. Let me come over here. And
she's a cute mess. She's a mess, but she's a cute mess.
Oh, I think it's adorable. So this is Panda's work, and it is looking super cute. It's like a little jelly girl, little gelatin girl. That's like I love how she's like coming apart and like moving around and stuff.
Can I show the old version that I drew of her? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So this is the design that I came up with a year ago.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I'll just kind of make her look like, more candy.
Yes, I love it. I think it's so cute. And then I'm gonna switch over here. This is what I did. I had like this little mochi flower girl right that I made after this little mochi dessert picture.
It's so cute.
I had such a blast doing this. It has been so much fun. I'm gonna full screen us here so that we can say goodbye. Panda, it has been an absolute pleasure streaming with you.
This has been so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no problem. And I can't wait for tomorrow because we're gonna be back tomorrow working on another challenge, and it's gonna be awesome. Also, you guys are definitely welcome to join us. Please do, if you guys do a dessert challenge, basically taking a picture of a dessert and using that as reference to create something artistic in whatever field it is you work in. You do not have to do illustration just because we were doing illustration. You can do prototyping, you can do hand lettering, you can do photo compositing, whatever you want to do, go for it. Tweet it to us or post it on Instagram with the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off, because we are going to check it out on the stream tomorrow, because we will be back, won't we, Panda?
Yes.
We will be back.
I'm so excited.
also, where can they find you online? You have a Twitter, you have an Instagram.
I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram. I also have a Behance account.
Mhm.
And I believe I have everything on there. I'm still new to Behance, so I'm trying to figure out the website and all the fanciness.
Yeah,
but
actually,
I think you
I
should
can
be able
see
to find
it.
my stuff through Behance. Yeah.
If you guys hit the info tab above the chat, it'll actually have both of our Behances, and our social media is actually linked on both of our Behances. I forgot we have a
Nice.
little info tab. So yeah,
I
thank
did
you
do
folks so much for joining us. Me and Panda are
Yes.
gonna sign off, but it has been a blast. Thank you for joining me, and thank you folks for watching. We will
Yeah.
see you tomorrow at 3
See you
p.m.
tomorrow.
Pacific. All right, adios, everybody.
Hasta la vista.